Former Deputy Finance Minister, Dr. Stephen Amoah. You've been there. You've been at the Finance Ministry. Sure. You were supervising the IMF deal that ultimately the current government has taken over from. All right. So you look at all of this. There are those who say that Dr. Kesselatofosin and the NDC are doing some magic, and that's why inflation is going down. We are in single digits now. The CD is doing well. Do you accept that, or you say that, listen, it's because of the fundamentals you left at the Finance Ministry?
Thank you for this opportunity. Honestly speaking, the economy is doing well, but the NDC government and its whole executive body or whatever you are talking, they've done virtually nothing about the economy. Honestly speaking, they've not done anything. What have they done?
What could be the argument?
No.
We look at the inflows of the economy.
They are not underperforming their benchmark. They are still in a very preparatory stage or embryonic stage. They are still in their embryonic stage. What have they done? They came to meet a well-restored economy. You remember Atufosin was here, doctor, and he actually stated emphatically all the primary macro indicators. In fact, even our GDP was growing 5.7 higher than 2016. Primary balance, you remember, inflation had been reduced from 54.1 to about 20. Exchange rate about 54 to about 16. So the economy had already been doing so much well. You can't use just 6 months to just turn things like that. Are you aware that before we left power, we had gotten about $600 million in our coffers as a country because of the syndication that we domesticated? By January, we had gotten over $1 billion. So the NDC government, they've done virtually nothing about what we are experiencing.
The finance minister is tightening spending control. Monies are not being released for what they call frivolous expenditure.
Which frivolous? Which one is not frivolous?
Well, they say they are investing in the right places. They're roads. The president has cut road for the express road Accra Kumasi. There's a wire.
If it cuts out,
yes,
the economic becomes.
They released more than 800 million cedi for the Fancor road to be done.
800 million.
Yes,
and that can impact our economy.
No, they say that some of those is frugal spending.
Let me explain to you.
Right.
The budgetary expenditure has two broad arms. Discretionary expenditure, and then statutory. Statutory, you deal with common fund, GAF fund, and co. That one, the government has nothing to do about it. It's an obligation. But when it comes to discretionary, the NDC government has not done virtually anything. It's not that they are not doing well, no. But they are still kind of even vetting most of the contracts. How many contractors have they paid? Ask yourself. They've not even paid 5% of the contractors the government owe. So what are they talking about? I am not saying they are not doing well or they are doing well, but they should be honest and open enough to tell Ghanaians that last quarter 2024, the MPP government had been able to restore the economy to the extent that we are benefiting from that. It's a process. It's just like, sorry to say, pregnancy. Somebody can impregnate another person. The fact that if you marry the person gives birth, it doesn't mean that the person is your child. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
That's how you need a DNA to confirm.
100%. You need that thing to check whether it is true or not. But what I'm trying to say is that the NDC government, they've not done anything wrong or bad. What we are experiencing today is as a result of the prudent economic management of the previous administration. And here in the house here, please, I know your outfit is one of the best even in Africa. Go and get the last budget statement that Atufosin presented here. Open the primary macro indicators. Check how the economy was performing and find out whether the NDC government, they've added even 1 or 2 to it. No. The primary balance, the reserve.
But the reserve has been going up because of gold purchases and all of that.
Check the difference. I won't say they've not done anything at all, but the performance of the economy today has got virtually nothing. Virtually nothing. That is a fact.
So what are your own expectations? We know the finance minister is going to be big on tax reforms, the VAT reforms, the COVID-19 levy that he promised to take away. They are going to do that. That is the indication we are getting. Do you get the same sense, and what do you expect in the minority?
Thank you very much. I'm expecting that, one, today they will present a budget that will be able to deal with the ritual difficulties that are confronting our fiscal space, i.e. our debt sustainability management, our inability to generate the needed revenue to deal away with the deficit that as a country we are going on, the unemployment issues. So if they are going to really take away taxes, I am expecting them to assure us an alternative, because we are running negative effective tax rate economy. And what I mean is that the amount of money we generate domestically is always far less than the amount that we expend. And if you want to take away taxes, that's fine, but give us an assurance that the fiscal space that we as a country has been actually confronted with debt issues. You have alternative to place this country's economy in a position that will deal with that sustainable debt expectation or goal or challenges that we are having too. The revenue we are going to generate will be enough not to put any burden on us to depend on loans or debt financing. And free, you can provide the needed economic resilience. It's very key, and stability and growth that will assure us as a country to be economically independent. Okay. This is what I want. Don't come and make any work.
Citizen TV, Accra, Ghana. Citizen TV, the citizen's power.